afternoon and good evening to you, the Gunman people of the Tube, hope you'll take it grand old way in the world. How cool is that? Ah! This is so cool. I have this to show you today, obviously. This is a Teisco Audition 15 watt, 6-inch speaker, fully solid state amplifier from 1970, well, somewhere between 1970 and 73. This thing is awesome. It came up for sale about a week, maybe about 2 weeks ago, maybe about a week and a half actually, and it came up for sale then, and it was only it was the massive sum of, wait for it, brace yourself, oh, could get a bit big, £10. Yes, massive sum, I'm sure you'll agree. And I thought, I've got to have it, even if it sounds rubbish, which luckily it doesn't. I've got to have it just to have it around, and it just looks cool, and because it's awesome, it's so cool. So yeah, what is it? Apart from what I've just said, it's kind of a copy of like a Gibson Skylark almost, with kind of like a Fender, kind of like a Fender Champ kind of DNA in its kind of sound. It sounds a bit like a Champ, but it looks like a Gibson amp. It's kind of like a crossbreed, so to say. And it weighs less than a piece of paper. By the way, this is all the information I've been able to find on this. Like I said, it was sold from 1970 to 73 when they made these, and it actually came with a matching guitar called an Audition, a Teisco Audition. And you seem to be able to come across them more than you do these, and I'm not surprised, because this amp actually bends when you press it. It's just like press board, and you can actually bend the wood by poking it. So it's extremely flimsy, so I'm not surprised that a lot of them maybe didn't survive or ended up on a rubbish tip somewhere. But they sound brilliant. You've got 3 inputs on it, they all sound the same, there's no difference between them, there's no kind of like, high, low or mid kind of thing. I think maybe that was the idea, but I don't know, I can't hear any difference whatsoever. It's got a volume and a tone. The volume here, that would originally turn the amp on, you can hear it click. But that's been bypassed in favour of this switch here. And you got a tone there as well. This amp has one setting, which is everything on 10, which is where it does what you heard at the beginning. Other than that, this amp makes no noise. It just literally, it's everything on 10 or it's off. That's basically it. It hisses loads. It's really kind of white noisy, so I will be turning it off and on throughout. If you can see the cross over the speaker, that's the Steve Ray Vaughan trick that I've done to it. I put gaffer tape over the speaker because it was a little bit too brash. If you saw the guitar clinic with me and Mike Bradley video, that I didn't have that tape on it at that point, and I thought I didn't really like it. It was a bit too. I liked it, but it was a bit too brash. So I did the Steve Ray Vaughan trick and put a cross of tape on the inside, just over the speaker, just cut down on high end, and it works so well. So I'm going to play it today I'm going to play a bit with the Oswald Strat. I'm going to play Lemon Drop later on, and then at the end I'm going to plug the Oswald back in, and I'm going to use Hubcap John's Sun Valley Fuzz Face through it, because it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So without further ado, let me play a bit more and shut up talking. So this is the everything on 10, just got that real kind of it's just got that sound. It's to keep turning it off every time I talk because it's just so loud and it hisses. I love it. It's such a little quirky little sound. It's just got that real kind of vintagey kind of sound about it. It's really... It's just awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, I'm going to plug in the lemon drop now, let you hear it with Humbuckers, and I'm going to plug a fuzz face into it, and it's just horribly nice, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm going to plug the lemon drop in, and we'll let me show you Humbuckers. Okay, so I've got lemon drop. Let's just play something. Let's not talk, Dave, because you obviously can't. Play this, but I really want to play it. It's just brilliant. What the... Went wrong there. Ignore that bit. It does this weird oscillating thing when you bend strings at the high end, it kind of wobbles them. I don't know if it'll pick up, it kind of goes whoop, whoop. It's weird. Down a bit, you get like super clean. It's just brilliant. It's such a brilliant little thing. It's an amp I can kind of imagine Jack White using. It really is. It's one of those little funky little things. And I say, look at the size of this thing. Look how thin it is. What's that? There's nothing to it. It's just a speaker with electronics. It doesn't even have an amp chassis. Everything's just everything's just kind of like bolted to this little thin bit of metal. It doesn't have a chassis. Everything's just all exposed inside. I might do a video on it showing you it all, but I just want to show you what it sounds like today. Anyway, let me go back to the old school Strat now. Let's plug a fuzz pedal into this and maybe play some slide. I can't play slide, I don't have a slide here. Do I? No, I don't. I can't play slide. I'll just play some fuzz stuff for you. Max out the fuzz pedal and max this out and have fuzzy fun. Okay, so I've got the Sun Valley fuzz plugged in. It's maxed out. Going into a little audition. I'll say it's just a solid state. It's actually really loud for what it is. It's a 15 watt amp. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a 15 watt. They say it's 15 watt. It's probably more like. It's like an 8 to 10 watt. I wouldn't say it's 15. It's very loud. It's about 80 dB when it's cranked. Well, about 78 to 80 dB. So it's very loud. But I wouldn't say it's a full 15 watts. I think that's kind of like, I think that's over milking it. So anyway, and I think it's lost a few over the years as well. So that's the straight sound. Let's put in the fuzz. It's going to get nasty, so mind your ears. That is ridiculous. It handles the fuzz. It's nasty. It's very nasty. I really wish I had a slide. Oh, I do have a slide. Oh my god. Okay, that's made my day. This is one of those amps that you're using, like, it's obviously not a live amp, but For studio, I think it would sound great if you could play harmonica through it as well. It'd probably be a brilliant harmonica amp. I can't play harmonica to save my life, so I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying. But it's just one of those really cool kind of studio amps you just have lying around, just to kind of like get that really unique kind of guitar tone. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just really fat, mid-rangey bark, but at the same time it's got a real gnarl about it, where it's dead thin. Oh. The Audition by Teisco, everybody. 15 watt solid state amp from 1970, 73. Don't actually know. There's no way of actually, in determining the actual date it was built. But if you find one, buy it. Seriously, they're extremely hard to get. This is the only one I've ever seen. I've never seen another one of these amps in my life. But they've got to come up. They've got to come up somewhere. So if you do see one like a second-hand shop or something, which is kind of where I'd expect them to be, I would very rarely expect you to find one of these things in a guitar shop, unless it's kind of like a vintage shop. Get it. It's just one of those really cool classic amps. It just sounds like that period. It's just got that sound. I would say, unfortunately, you have to turn it off every time you want to talk because it hisses. But, there are worse things in the world than that. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video on the Audition amp by Teisco. I was going to use Joe's Arbiter Teisco guitar for it, but it's not very well and I need to work on it a bit. And I'll do a follow-up video with this and that guitar at some point. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again very, very soon for another one. Have a great morning, afternoon and good evening, and I will see you again. Have a great weekend. Goodbye now. Have a great one. I need to play more with that fuzz.